We'd love to hear from you on Hobby Market this afternoon, or indeed if you want to send us a text, it's studio@hobbymarket.co.uk.
And they're just, honestly, they're just totally incredible, these pens. Even now, even when I use them again, and I do colour quite a lot, but every time I pick them up and I start to colour, I just think, oh my God, they make me look so much better than I actually am. And that's just because of the system that we've created here at Spectrum Noir, which is just absolutely fabulous. Now, again, that's just, you can see that dimension that you're getting from that one pen. This was the gold-yellow blend that comes in there, where you've got that light, that medium and that dark tone, and then you just simply play with your colour.
How else would you be able to get a result like that?
Exactly.
Unless you've got the right tools and the right pens, and these are just perfect pens, and they've been a bestseller for many, many, many years. We've got them here today for the very first time. Buy them and try them and see what you think. It's not something for the kids, you know, it's not kiddies' toys or anything like that. These are professional quality alcohol markers. Yeah, the kids can use them too. Why not inspire our younger generations to take up colouring and art, all that
Absolutely,
kind of thing?
Because that's the lovely thing. And like you said, you know, your granddaughters, your grandsons, people who are you know, starting out in the world of colour, maybe somebody who's at college, who's studying things like that. These are what I always say. These are literally artist quality pens at I call a craft affordable price, which I just think they're just incredible. Even if you just want to do a little bit of block colouring, that's exactly what you can do. I don't need to do any shade dimension there. I can just simply use it as a colour and then just fill it all in. I'll show you the one that I pre-did, because obviously I could spend all afternoon colouring. And I did actually use a bit of block colouring going off in this one. I did use some of the other colours that are in the tri-blends from the burnt orange. So you saw me use that burnt orange earlier. I also used the dark red in here. But there's lots of things that you can do with these pens. Once you've got this system, it really is incredibly easy to use. All you need to remember with a tri-blend brush pen is, and you're not having to go out looking for the colours that match because they're all in that one pen, but it literally is that light, that medium and that dark. And if you remember, when you're popping the colour down, light first, go in with the dark where your light source may be. There's lots of tutorials online about light source and things like that, but you can simply just make it up as you go along. What you've got is the fabulous light, dark, go with the medium, finish back off with the light again, and you can create your tones. And I've got one that I've set off ready now that I'm going to reuse. But again, when you take it into your card making, Dave, they've been designed to work along the lines of a card front.
Sure.
So literally pop it onto your card front. That's exactly what I've done with this one, Dave. I've used the beautiful sentiments that are in this kit. These sentiments have come from there. The only thing that I've done there is added some paper and added some gems, and you've got yourself a gorgeous card.
These are the perfect size from our pads to go onto a card. A great size for a topper. Christina's done these, coloured them in and then constructed the card as well. This is also Christina too. There's another one. But yeah, and that person that receives a card like this, that's actually realised that you've coloured it in as well as making the card, that makes such a massive difference. Christina's done all of these, I think. Look at the next one with the elephant. Look at this. How beautiful is that? And similar, but slightly different to the one that Debbie just showed you, is this one just here. That really majestic lion. Now, all of those pads are available as separates, or you can buy them as doubles, or you can buy them as the big set of 4. The big set of 4 is the best value for money. Details on the screen at the moment, though, are for our tri-blend pens, of which you're going to get 24 pens, and you're going to get 72 colours. Now, we haven't got a massive quantity of these. Can I also give you a little bit of a tip? If you are buying any pens, professional quality pens like this, invest in the storage, either the bag that we showed you a few minutes ago, or invest in these trays. The reason I say that is if you put them in a glass vase or something and they're vertical, all the ink's going to go to one end of the pen. It's important that you keep the pens horizontal so the ink stays in the middle of the barrel, so it's not going to the wrong end. It's not going to dry out one nib.
Absolutely. Now, these are our tri-blend pens, and they literally fit into there. You will get an overhang with the tri-blend because it is a large pen, so I'm just going to show you. But it keeps them nice and flat. They obviously fit, because they're universal trays. So these will fit your Illustrators, your Classics, other markers out there as well. But like Dave said, the important bit is to keep them nice and flat. I mean, I've got mine a little bit more... When I'm at home, I'm a bit more of not a neat freak, but I like things stored in a particular way, just so I can see them and get... I've got that upside down, aren't I? Silly old me. Oh, no, it's still on the wonk. Hang on a minute. there we go. There we go. But they fit beautifully. They stack on top of each other's in a flat system, but they also have a tiered system because they've got notches on them, Dave, so you can just adjust them so that you can get hold of your pen really nice and easy and have them what fits for you.
So you can have them on like a bit of a slant if you want to.
Like a stepper.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
A stepper.
Or you can, of course, stack them side by side if you want to as well. But you're going to get both of these sets of trays for $19.99.
Yep,
So there's 12 trays
Yeah,
in total,
absolutely.
and each tray stores 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 pens.
Yes, yeah, that's a bit fantastic.
So $19.99 just keeps your investment in tip-top condition. We've only got 50 of these available, so if you do want to get hold of these, they do come in two separate boxes. They're just, well, under £10 each one, really. 12 trays with 12 pens in each, that's a lot.
Yeah, it is, and it stores a lot, absolutely, it does.
144, I think, maybe? Is it 144 pence? I think it might be.
Yes.
There we go. So that's MW2045, the product code, if you fancy going for your trays today. Maybe you've got lots of other pens as well. You've ended up with loads and loads and loads of them. We've got nowhere to put them. The illustrators we've got in the show as well, we haven't even talked about those just yet. Now, these are in packs of 12. And you can choose which packs you'd like to go for. Do bear in mind, though, we've got, of course, one P&P of $3.95 for the entire day. So if you do want to treat yourself to a couple of these, it'll just be $3.95 to get both of them home. Now, the illustrators, Debbie, where do they fit into the scheme of things?
Right, so I'll show you an Illustrator pen. So, Dave, it's still an alcohol marker, but what we're going to show you now is the difference between this one to what a tri-blend is. So, an Illustrator pen is actually one colour.
Right.
So it's one colour in this pen, but it's a dual-tipped marker. So for this, you've got in here, and I'll show you again, the shape of the barrel that we do with our pens at Spectrum Noir is they're very ergonomical, so they fit really comfortably in your hand. I have a problem with my finger because a little slamming of the door when I was younger, got my finger in there, but I've got a little bit of a jointy finger now, so sometimes pens can sit rather uncomfortably in my hands, but not these. They've been designed with all sorts of things in mind for that reason, to sit there comfortably. But it is dual tipped, so I'm going to show you alcohol marker with this one. This one here that I've got in my hand is the Meadow, and I think this is from the, I'm going to say, landscape. I think it could be the landscape.
They're in categories.
They are in categories, and they've got beautiful colours in here. But can you see this dual nib that we've got? We've got a real fine nib, which means, especially for these colouring pads, absolutely perfect. But they've also got on the other end, they've got that lovely fluid Japanese nib, brush nib pen. And that means, but this is just one colour family in this, Dave. So again, when you're popping your colour down, you've got the fluidity of having from a thin to a thick, you can go in there. But this time you've got this really, and this really is a fine tip, just so you can see how fine that actually is. But again, the nature of any of these pens, well, because it's an alcohol pen, means that you can lay down your colour, but you can also, and I'm just going to do that little flicking technique again. When I say flicking, you've got your hand, your palm that rests on the, mine's on my glass mat, but just literally now flick that colour down, and you can see you can build up from that one pen, and this is the light green 3 shade, which is the Meadow, but just means that you can get that, lay down that colour and get that, again, looking absolutely fabulous.
Well, let me just show you the landscape colourways then. If you love doing grasses and outdoor scenes, that sort of thing, then this is the set to go for above all, because you've got here, as you can see, all these different shades of green and fawn and cream into your browns as well. So that maybe is the one to go for if you love your scenery, colouring in your scenery. Loads of different shades of green, and that's $24.99 is what we should be charging you, but let's do an extra special deal as it's our launch week again. Let's get those arrows flashing or dropping down, and let's get that price and take them to under 20 quid. $19.99 for all 12 of these pens, and double-ended, as Debbie said before. So that one is your landscape. The other colourways that we've got for you, this one here is your seascape. So as you'd imagine, with the seascape, it's going to be mainly blues and hues of blue, but also you've got some beige and brown in there as well. So that is your seascape colourways. Again, bullet nib and fine tip on the other end. So that is going to be the same. That's going to be $19.99, a different product code though, obviously for that one. And then the other one is more generic. That's sketching, but I'll come on to that in just a second. Let's get that price down for seascape then. All of these beautiful blues and hues are going to go down to $19.99. And there it is on the screen. So you've got lovely colourways. You've got pecan, red brown, brown grey, earth brown and sand. And then in the blue family, as you can see here, you've got your teal, you've got your ice green, you've got your blue turquoise, your navy blue as well. So predominantly blues and fawns and browns as well. That would be another good one to go for if you like doing your animals and fur, that sort of thing too. And then the last one we've got for you is more kind of generic. You've got here, they call this sketching, and these are more varied colours, and you've got pinks and browns and oranges and blues and purples and yellows and greens as well. So this one's a really good one maybe to start with. If you're buying just one pack, that would be a really good one to get variety.
Oh gosh, yeah, absolutely. That's going to be lovely for florals because I'm going to use a floral one next. So that would be a lovely set for the florals, yeah.
Okay, so that's called sketching, and that's got virtually all the colourways in it. So if you're looking for one set to buy, out of all of them, probably that one's a good place to start. But then if you want to do more landscapes and more kind of seascapes, you've got the option there with the other ones. But these are so affordable, 12 double-ended pens, and you're looking at $19.99. That's all it is. So if you fancy those today, buy them and try them, see what you think. They are, again, alcohol markers of the finest quality. Right then, so if you want to have a little look at how you use them, let's go back to the demo.
So I've chose one of the designs from the Butterflies and Botanics. Absolutely gorgeous pad again. I've taken mine out, and I don't know if you've noticed, but I've got that same sheet that I've been practicing on.
Yeah.
I need blotting paper underneath. Just for the nature of a glass mat is that it can pool, so your ink with the alcohol can pool onto your glass mat and bounce back through and get a little bit more of bleeding than you actually want. So always have a little bit of blotting paper underneath, and it can be any paper just to soak that up with, Dave. So I've got mine popped down onto there, and I've taken two of the colours from the sketching, and I've gone with the fruit pink and the baby pink. Now the lovely thing about this is it's from the same colour family, and when I talked about that system in the tri-blends, it's exactly the same for an Illustrator as well. So this one is PP5 and PP2, so it's from the same pink, but it's a pale pink family, but it's the two different shades from the dark 5 to the lighter one, which is a 2. And I'm going to show you how you can use these to create a little bit of dimension as well, and also talk about that, what I talked about, like light source and things like that, preserving highlight. And so what I'm going to do first is I'm going to take, and I work on a petal at a time with these, Dave. So I'm going to go in, and I am going to use my brush nib again, because it gives me the flexibility to get into all the nooks and crannies, as well as, don't forget you have that jewel tip. So if you're not very good at going in with the brush nib, you've got that bit to go in and go and create that extra detail. But I'm going to go in with the colour, and I'm going to bring it up midway, and then I'm going to stop. And then I'm just going to turn that around, and I'm going to come down, and I'm going to just literally, what I call preserving highlight. Do you know, like on a plant, you sometimes see that shine? That's exactly what I'm doing with this, and I'm creating that preserving the highlight as such. So it looks like straight away, well, it looks like there's a bit of a white strip in there, but it'll come to fruition, I promise. I do mean that.
And we've got the details on the screen of this pad on its own. So they are available singles at $9.99, but if you buy them as a set of 4, that's where you save the most money, obviously. So.
Now again, if you want to go, and I'm going to go back in over that colour, Dave, around that extra bit that's the finer detail. Plus my eyes aren't very good, so always helps. So I'm going to go in with that dark colour, and I'm going to take it up probably about midway with this one. And then I'm just going to go back in with that lighter tone. Again, I'm not going to go over that white because I want to preserve that middle part, but just to get that little bit of a better blend, I'm just going to... Now notice, if you've noticed, I haven't gone right over where the dark is with that pen. I'm just going to the very ends and just giving it a little, and it's to create that blend. If I go back in, because this is a lighter shade, if I was to go right over the whole bit, well, it'll bleach it out, because there's more alcohol in the lighter pen, which means I would blend it out, and I don't want to achieve that look. I want to create a little bit of a seamless blend with it. So again, I'm going to go in with that dark tone, and I'm going to go over the top part, like so. And again, if you're not comfortable with that part, just turn it over, and you can colour with the fine tip. So there's no right or wrong way. You've got choices with these pens, which again, I just think is absolutely fabulous. And I've got to go back in just over. Don't forget what I said, the slightly transparent, so you can get that build-up of colour with these. And I'm just going to go in and again, just preserve the highlight. Again, taking care not to go over all of that dark area, but literally, it's all about playing, and it really is a therapeutic craft colouring. It really, really is, and I just find it so relaxing.
I think all the team in the gallery here want to take up colouring. Well, getting everyone converted.
I wouldn't be talking while I would be colouring, but can you see now we've got that build up? And if you're not happy while it's wet, while the ink's still wet, go back in and go to create. And again, I'm not going to go over the whole of it, Dave. I don't want to bleach, but once that alcohol starts to blend and you can see it come in, it's exactly what you can do and create.
I mean, how many of you watching have maybe tried colouring in and you've given it up as a bad job? I can't do it, I'm no good at it. It may well be it was the pens that you were using weren't good enough.
I can guarantee, it'll be pens.
If you've got good quality inks and good quality pens that are going to give you professional results, you're halfway there. You know, it's something that if you're looking for something to relax you, you can't do much better than this or Sanntangle or whatever it might be. There's lots of things that you can do, but colouring in, I think most people, if you can hold a pen, most people can colour in. And with the right pens to give you the professional results, you'll be over the moon. I know you will.
Absolutely, absolutely you will, Dave. You really, really will. So I'm just going to continue doing what I've just done with that other one and gone over, and I'm just going to keep on building.
From 1 p.m. to 6 p.m. every day on Sky Channel 670, Freesat Channel 807 and Freeview Channel 73. You can also watch on YouTube via some smart TVs, your computer and phone. Comes around quick, doesn't it? Yes, it's 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Good afternoon. We are here. We are HobbyMaker. Thank you ever so much for tuning in today. If we've not met before, my name's Dave Bradford with you for the next 5 hours with some amazing craft, amazing guests, and even more importantly, amazing demonstrations for you at brilliant prices too. Now, the lineup today, just to give you a heads up, Anne-Marie is back in the house, a firm favourite with Hunky-Dory. Not only Hunky-Dory, a brand new card kit, we've got the launch of the brand new magazine as well, which is incredible, less than £10 for that with a bonus card kit. And we've also got a whole hour dedicated to Hunky-Dory storage. So that doesn't normally happen. That's going to be at 4 o'clock this afternoon. And we're predicting that is going to be a very busy show indeed with amazing prices too. Also, some very good friends of mine, Meryl and Elaine, are here for their first ever show. We're talking Parchcraft Australia. They are Parchers par excellence. They really, really are. Whether you're into your snipping, whether you're into your embossing, we've got starter kits for you if you've never done it before. We've got lots of tools and accessories as well. All that's coming up. So here, this is what we look like. 1 o'clock, we have Hunky-Dory with the lovely Anne-Marie. That's in just a second. 2 and 3, we've got Parchcraft Australia. And then between 4 and 6, we've got 2 hours of Hunky-Dory with storage at 4 and another look at this fantastic silhouette card kit that we've got coming up soon. So that's the way we look. Just to let you know, if you want to order anything and you've never watched us before, we're getting more and more brand new viewers every single day, for which we're really grateful. You can do so on the free phone number, which you'll see on your screen fairly soon. Also, you can purchase via the website, which is, of course, hobbymaker.co.uk. And that's where you'll also find, if you go to that website, a little bar that says contact the studio. You can send messages in, and we would love you to do that so we can read out the messages that you send to us. All of that is there if you go to the website. And there we go. Look, you can even watch us on the website if you're out and about and you're not near your television, maybe on your phone, if you're on the train or a tablet or something like that. You can watch also previous broadcast shows. You can actually go back as far as last Saturday and replay and watch any show that you may have missed if you've only just found us. And a warm welcome if you are watching us on Freesat, as well as, of course, on Sky, maybe on YouTube as well. There's Derek from a few days ago. Look, you can watch him. I think that was Saturday, wasn't it? He was here. I think it was. So you can watch any show back you like, and you can still, provided there's still stock, order whatever you may have missed. And if you want to look ahead for the day, you can do, of course, as well. Just have a little look at hobbymaker.co.uk. That's, of course, our brilliant website. Okay, we'll crack on and we'll show you the first item from Hunky-Dory and Anne-Marie in a sec.
Here at HobbyMaker, we want your shopping experience to be as simple as possible. That's why you can buy as many items as you like all day and only pay one postage and packaging fee. It doesn't matter what weight, size or quantity of your order or how many times you check out that day, you still will only be charged one P&P. Shopping made simple with HobbyMaker.
HobbyMaker are live from 1 p.m. to 6 p.m. every day on Sky Channel 670, Freesat Channel 807 and Freeview Channel 73. You can also watch on YouTube via some smart TVs, your computer and phone. Now, I love this. Whenever we bring you a brand new Hunky-Dory card kit, the lines get busy, the website gets inundated with orders because there are so many of you that just love Hunky-Dory. I've got lots of friends who only buy Hunky-Dory kits because of the quality and because they're different. And you're always guaranteed to make a professional card that you can either sell or give to a friend or a neighbour or something like that. Now, I know Hunky-Dory in the past have done things like silhouette fairies, and they absolutely, pardon the pun, flew. We've done something, or they've done something really special for today's show. This is going to be so popular because it covers every type of sport you can think of. Now, we've all got people, I'm sure, that we struggle to know what to make a card or how to make a card. What do they like? Do they like flowers? Will they prefer, like a house scene or something along those lines? Well, when you've got sport like this, you're going to appeal to everybody, whether you're an armchair sport fan or whether you get out there and do it. This is the Silhouette Sport Collection. And it's the normal configuration for Hunky-Dory in that you've got these beautiful toppers and all the images of these people, of the sportsmen and women, are in black. So they're very dramatic and very, very striking and eye-catching. Whether it's golf, whether it's Formula One, whether it's volleyball or tennis or whatever it might be, every sport has been taken care of here today. Now, you don't just get the toppers, you've got your pad, you've got your wonderful papers down there as well, you've got the printed cardstock, you've got the printed and foiled cardstock as well, the inserts, everything you need has been taken care of. Of course, football's covered too. All the major sports that we know and love are just beautifully captured in this silhouette design. Really striking and really, really different. Not everybody is into flowers. You know, would you send your cousin a flower card? Maybe that would be appropriate, maybe it wouldn't be, but maybe you know he's into or she's into cycling or football. You know, Father's Day cards, Mother's Day cards. You know, you don't have to be a sportsman to appreciate this collection today. Now, the price, as you can see, should be £41.97. Now, if you were to buy all of the elements individually, you'd be paying £41.97. And that all-important product code, I know it's a bit unusual for some of you, it's letters and numbers, not just numbers, RHHD, HD for Hunky-Dory, 90. That will get this in your basket. Check it out, and we'll get it to you as quickly as we can. We've taken that price down by £10